We're live. Error, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. All right, YouTube, you're gonna have to chill, bro. So we are live and we are trading some options. We have a video dropping today on the YouTube, going over. Oh, I think my music too loud. Hold up. There we go. Hold on, let me make sure this one is good too. Music too loud. Okay, we have a video live today, probably later on today, about trading options. But I'm kind of gonna show you guys how we hit today, and I'm gonna continue this trade pretty much throughout the day. Microsoft is doing really well, but it's just in this weird zone. Like Microsoft is in this weird zone right now where we don't really know what it's gonna do. It looks like it's probably gonna fall, probably back down to 196. So I'm not gonna mess with Microsoft yet. We only buy calls on this channel. I don't really mess with puts. So I'm watching the SPY here to see what it's gonna do. I'm actually gonna make my screen a little bit smaller just for me, because I know you guys can't see, but I need to make mine a little bit smaller. We'll go medium. All right, that looks a little better. If you guys have any questions about what we're doing, make sure you ask them. And we'll try our best to answer, or I'll try my best to answer. I need to see how much we're up on Apple. How much are we up on Apple right now? Option by strategy. Jesus, that we're up. Oh, no, I lied. Okay. We're only up 327 on Apple. So yesterday we got into Apple at the very end of the day. Mainly because what we saw on Apple was this consolidation period. And I'll open up the chart really quick. And let's go to the 30-minute bar. Oh, I think a swim is acting up. I think we're back on YouTube. I think we're back live. We're having some issues with streaming. I'm not adding random people today. Sorry, bro, my bro. I think we're good. I don't know if it's the mixture between Facebook and streaming on YouTube, but let me try this again. Luckily, the market's moving sideways right now, so it's not too bad for us. We're not losing too much money by chilling right now. We're actually probably saving us some worry. Let's try this one more time, and if not, we're gonna have to just call it a day. Give me 1 second, guys. It's saying it's not receiving enough video. I think my internet is tripping. Hold on, let me see what internet we're on. That's why we're tripping. All right, we're on the wrong internet, guys. All right, that should be better. Okay, we're back. That should be better. We found out we were on the wrong internet, and that's why we were having buffering issues. So hopefully that fixes it, and we're good to go. All right, so hopefully that fixes it, and we're good to go. We should be back up and running now. Let's get into some trading. All right. All right, here we go. Let me know if you guys are experiencing any issues, like any technical issues, and I'll try to resolve them as fast as my little mind can. All right, Apple doesn't look as strong anymore. I probably should have sold this morning. We had a huge sell-off this morning in pretty much everything. The SPY, but Microsoft is just so strong. It is actually almost annoying how strong Microsoft is. I don't think there's any plays right now. I think the play might just be to sell and wait. It looks like everything is going to fade off. Dang, did Facebook even hit an all-time high today? Oh my gosh, man. I had Facebook all the way down here. And no, I had Facebook like, where did I have Facebook at? I had Facebook all the way down here. And it ran up $10 and I sold. That's rough. You hate to see it, man. Ask me any questions you guys may have. I'm literally going to just be talking to myself and trying to find trades. Excuse me. We've already hit this morning. On Amazon. We got an Amazon yesterday. It looks like it's still going to kind of run up. We got an Amazon yesterday mainly because this long consolidation period. So you see how it's just bouncing up and down between this orange line and this green line and this red line. This orange line was pre-coronavirus highs. This red line was breakout after it broke out past this orange line. And Microsoft did the same exact thing. It bounced up and down for a few days in between these two lines. And so yesterday, at the end of the day, I ended up getting in the last few minutes because of this candle here. This candle shot up with more volume. It spiked up with more volume than it had all day, right? So pretty much at like 250 something, I got in. I pretty much got in, and yeah, the rest is history. We shot up this morning. We broke out through resistance here, and we came all the way up to the new all-time highs, and I ended up getting out. It looks like it may try to run back up there, but I don't think it will last. The SPYs, everything is kind of still dipping. So it looks like maybe some news is going to be expected today, or we're going to drop. But I'm just kind of just playing the movement right now. And just waiting to see what happens. I think we have more upside. I think we have more downside today than upside. So I'm kind of just waiting to see what the market does. Let's look at Zoom. Roku is probably falling. No, Roku hit all-time highs today. Wow. Jeez. That was a great trade. My friend traded this yesterday. Man, it's such a good trade. And please, guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Like what I'm doing, what I'm looking at, what options I'm buying. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, so I cannot give you advice on what you should buy, what you shouldn't buy. But if you ask me what I'm buying, I'll let you know. By all means, trade at your own risk. Do not trade how I trade if that is not your risk level, okay? I can't believe Roku is. All right, so the next breakout will be Facebook. That's what I'm predicting. If Facebook does the same thing that Microsoft did, because this is the second time past this zone, right? So this is pretty much our buy zone right here. So our demand zone, or I'm sorry, our supply zone is right here. If Facebook consolidates in this area right here, so if Facebook consolidates between this orange line and this red line here for a while, I'm probably gonna buy Facebook calls. It looks like it's trying to do that, but Facebook has this bad history of just big swings, bro. And you really got to get in at the right time with Facebook. But if it consolidates between this red line and green line, I'll buy calls for sure. Wait, is SOA running? Look at that. It is running. Huh. There's nothing to buy yet, guys. So like this is just one of those times you have to be patient. You got to be patient. There's nothing to buy, and it's completely okay not buying when the market starts. If there's nothing to buy for us today, we just won't. Oh my gosh, I should have sold Apple. I didn't sell Apple, and I should have sold. That was my fault. I should have sold this morning when I sold Amazon. I didn't sell, and now it's fading, and I'm losing money. Oh, that sucks. I need to put we're gonna put a moving average on this chart to help me out, because I should have sold right there. Why is it not on here? Actually, let's do this. Let's just move Apple over here since we're in it, and we'll do Tesla here. So one thing I don't like about Thinkorswim. Oh, look at that fade, bro. It's bouncing. It's trying to bounce right off of this 20-day. I should have sold once we were like $2 above the 20-day. I should have sold. That's my fault. Because it's gonna fade back down there, and that's exactly what it did. I ended up losing, like slightly losing money, not a lot of money, but just a little bit of money. And now it's gonna fall, and now I gotta hold now. I shouldn't be holding anything over the weekend, but if it comes back down inside of this buy zone here, I'll just buy some more. Oh, that was a bad mistake, man. It's a bad mistake. Let's look at the SPY. Yeah, the SPY is underneath the 20-day too. Everything is about to fall. Facebook should be falling too. Yep, Facebook's below the 20-day. I don't know about Microsoft though. Yeah, Microsoft below the 20-day. Everything is about to dip. So if I was a gambling man, I would buy puts right now, but I don't buy puts. So what I would probably be doing once I see this on all the charts, I would come over to my trade, and I would find the one that's probably going to dip the most, which is going to more than likely be Microsoft and Apple. So I'd probably just hedge my bet on Apple. I would come over here, I would buy a put, and it would be pretty short. It wouldn't be anything like too aggressive, but I would probably come in here and look at the July 2nd or July 10th and probably buy one of these. Where's it at right now? Probably buy the put at least at 354, 353, or somewhere. Actually, probably somewhere closer inside of this demand zone, which is in between 353 and 350. So I'd probably come and look at, let's see, what are the 350s going for? Yeah, 350s are up 88 cents. I would probably purchase these, to be honest. Let's look at these really quick. Yeah, they've gone from 84 cents all the way up to probably $1. I would probably buy these. These are probably gonna be what rocks today. You'd probably be able to make a good probably 50% off of these if it dips enough. These are puts, right? Yeah, they're puts. Okay. Yeah, I'd probably go buy those, to be honest. Or even a little further out if you're really bearish on it. But I'm not that bearish on Microsoft. I just think it's a healthy pullback from everything running up this morning. So it may fade, it may not fade, but I don't buy puts. So basically what we're waiting for, guys, is I have 3 indicators on all of my charts, right? They're very simple and they're very easy for me to trade. We have crazy volume, insane volume on this five minute candle for Microsoft, right? And if I go look at SPY, I promise you everything is probably done the same exact thing. So I look at the SPY. We look at that first candle, crazy volume, 3 mil on that, on crazy volume, right? Apple probably did the same thing this morning. Crazy volume on a 5 minute. They're all doing the same exact thing. All three of these stocks are all doing the same exact thing, right? So all these charts are gonna follow the same pattern today. That's just what's gonna happen. Everyone has had a really good run up, and people are just gonna take profits, right? So we're underneath the 20-day moving average. More than likely, we're gonna bounce back down to where we broke out, because that's where we broke support, or we broke resistance, right? It's right here. So I'd say we're probably gonna fade back down to 352, and then come back up somewhere probably around where the crossover moving day average. So you could do one or two things. If you have calls and you missed out, you can average down here, buy the same contract, buy a little bit more contracts down here. So when it does get back up, you'll break even or make more if it passes, or you can just wait. But Apple's for sure gonna take back off. It's just everybody's taking profits. You hit all-time highs, people are gonna take profits. That's just how it goes. So you didn't miss your trade because this volume here. Like, look at this. 1 million, a half a million, quarter, maybe. No, this is probably a quarter. This is probably a half a mil. That's not really big volume on Apple to make it stay down. People start buying again, just average down. Let's look at Microsoft. Yeah, Microsoft is holding that 20 days so well. I would say you just got to get to safer. Like, this is my RSI. This is my relative strength index. You just got to get to a safer RSI. Like, no one wants to be buying at 70, right? So once it gets back down to something a little more healthy, I think you'll see Microsoft take off. It's probably a really good buy at the right spot right now. Let's look at the SPY. SPY is trying to hold the 20 as well. So SPY is getting back down into that we want to buy zone. So we're right underneath the 20. We're right at about 46 underneath 50 on SPY. Those contracts should be popping off soon. What's CCL doing? Why is CCL up? Why are you up, bro? Why are y'all buying this company? This makes no sense. No sense. Everything is dipping, man. Where's AMD at? AMD is running. AMD bounced right off of our demand zone here. AMD is the most predictable. AMD is the most predictable trade you can make. If you have like $5,000, I would trade AMD all the time, and I would buy a quarter here, a quarter here, and a quarter here. AMD always bounces off of supply lines. I mean, it may break one or two, but you'll see it always bounces off of supply lines. Always. It's the most predictable, best tradable stock in the market. That's my opinion. Again, feel free to trade however you want to trade, but if I had $5,000 and I was trying to build an account, it would be AMD for sure, man. You can literally swing trade this all week. Look how predictable it is. I haven't charted AMD in 5 days, and it's still doing exactly what it was doing last week. It's such a good trade. But I don't buy contracts on AMD just because they're not they don't sell well. Like AMD doesn't move enough to make the contracts worthwhile. We're still not in buy territory on any of these contracts, guys. Like, we're not in bullish and we're not in bear territory, so it's just not worth it to buy any contracts right now if you haven't got in already. It's gonna be a sideways day. Where's the Dow at? Any questions? What I mean, since we're not doing anything, like we're literally just waiting for. Good morning. We're literally just waiting for some price action. The Dow is up 199 right now. It's about 1%. We're sitting at 26.2. I think that's where we fell from last time. We're just waiting for some type of confirmation or some type of new demand and supply zone to form. So we broke out. If we pull the chart up, we end up breaking out here, right? So this is it's pretty much our demand zone. So this is what we're looking at. We're looking at from here to about here. Well, really it's about from here now. So let me see if I can draw a box for you guys. We're looking at about this here being our demand zone, right? So whenever we reach up in here, that's when we expect to sell off. And that's kind of what we saw, right? So if we look inside of this in the gray, every time we hit the gray, what happens? Sell off, because this is our demand zone. Anybody have any questions about that? Like how I marked the demand zone? It's nothing to do. Wait. We're getting some price action. All right, let's pull up. Oh, guys. So I guess that's what we could talk about while nothing's going on. And we might not get anything. 'Cause I know a lot of contracts. Well, no, we don't. You shouldn't have any contract expiring. Like not weeklies. They should be expiring next week. Yeah, weeklies expiring next week. Apple may make a move back up. SPY is moving back up as well. All right, so this is what I'll show you guys why I got in SPY and how you can read this chart. So look here, everything made all-time highs, right? Or not all-time highs, but I would say post-coronavirus highs. If we go out, you'll see the SPY was at 323. No, I think we need to go out further than this, actually. The SPY was at 339 before coronavirus. We did that bounce back up again at 313. If you notice, that's exactly where we're hovering at now, right? So we're at 313 now. This was that March bounce that everyone's like, oh, coronavirus won't be that bad. It bounced up there, and then we saw a heavy sell action. So most of our tech companies are right here at this point. And pretty much what that's signifying is that, okay, tech is strong, but we don't know if it's strong enough to go back up to where it was pre-coronavirus. So we don't know if tech has the ability to go back up to pretty much their earnings and expectations pre-coronavirus with all the work from home stuff and the consumers being in trouble. So we continue to bounce and hold that 313 mark. We got past it one time, but that's when the market was just dumb, right? Boeing was popping, everything was popping. So we end up going back up it, but we hold 313 pretty well. Once we get 313, we fade back down until before we really start to gap down every day. So this is pretty much our range from 313 all the way down to about 290 on the SPY. And that's just kind of what I've been playing. And you see that it kind of holds true over here as well. Okay. So for about, I would say, maybe 1 to 3 days, we hit that. We passed the 313. We was holding 316 and we start to fade. It just started to kind of fall down. So I plotted this trend line here. to see when we were going to break. So I plotted this yesterday, and it actually was lower than this. I think it's just a different graph. Let me go to 5 minute. Okay, the 5 minute. So if you look here, 1, 2, and then this last one was 3. So that's a triple top. What this pretty much is signifying is that we're taking out all of the sellers. So when we triple top like this on a downtrend on this top line here, it's pretty much saying, okay, people are selling here. We brought those shares. Okay, now people are buying down here. Okay, the next people who are already in, who didn't get to sell here, are now selling here again. Okay, we brought their shares, but look, it wasn't enough to bring us back down to our original demand line, right? So we're plotting this it's called a recession line, but we're plotting this recession line. We get up here, we drop down, we get up here, we drop down, but not enough to get back down to the demand zone. So then we start to consolidate in this little area here. Once we triple topped in this area, I knew we were going to break out. Basically, that's what we did. We end up breaking out of the recession line, and we hit up here back up to 314. I made a little bit of money because I got in down here. I didn't make a lot, but still, that's $300-400 you can make literally from just going to sleep and waking up. And that's how you plot the recession line. So I have the recession line with my supply zone down here, or my demand zone down here. And so you see, I don't have a supply zone up here just because it really hasn't established itself. But if I would have had one, it probably would have been, it's 313 at the end of the day. Anything over 313, you can expect to sell off with SPY. And it holds true every time. And we just can't get past those pre-coronavirus highs. So if you're trying to trade or buy contracts with the SPY, just know that a sell-off is coming at 313. Wait, we're not streaming on. Bro, this streaming situation has been messing up today, huh? We stopped streaming on Facebook. All right, I think we're gonna have to try this live streaming thing again, mainly because it's just messing up too much for you guys. I do appreciate everyone coming and hanging out with us. We're gonna try to do this again. I don't know what date, but we are gonna try to do it again very soon. And I gotta figure out how to do Facebook and YouTube at the same time. But I appreciate everybody coming. I know we didn't get like everything that we wanted, so I apologize, but we're gonna try this again, I promise. All right, guys. So take care. Happy trading. Trade at your own risk and be safe with your money, guys. Remember, you can make money every day. You don't have to make it today. All right. Take care.